deep shadows of English history, there is a mystery that has remained unsolved for over 800 years. Welcome to Learn English with Secrets. Today, we travel back to the year 1150 to a remote village called Woolpit. The name Woolpit comes from the deep pits used to trap wolves. But one day, it wasn't wolves that were found in the pits. It was something far more terrifying. It was harvest time. Our first secret today is harvest, the time of year when farmers collect their crops like wheat or corn. The sun was hot, and the villagers were working in the fields when they heard a strange cry coming from one of the wolf pits. They stopped their work and walked slowly toward the sound. When they looked down into the pit, they saw two children, a brother and a sister. But they were not normal children. Their skin was a vibrant emerald green. Their clothes were made of a strange, shimmering material that no one had ever seen before. The villagers were completely bewildered. This is our second secret, bewildered. It means to be totally confused or shocked by something you cannot explain. Imagine seeing a child with green skin. How would you feel? You would be bewildered. The children were crying and speaking a language that sounded like birds, a rhythmic, beautiful language, but impossible to understand. The children were taken to the home of a local knight, Sir Richard de Calney. They were starving, but they looked at our food with fear. The villagers offered them fresh bread, cooked meat, and sweet fruits, but the children would refuse everything. Refuse. Our third secret means to say no firmly to something. For days, they refused to eat. They were dying of hunger until they saw something in the garden, raw green beans. They grabbed the beans with their small green hands and ate them with great hunger. For many months, they survived only on these beans. Over time, the young boy became weak and sadly passed away, but the girl survived. As she started eating normal food, her skin slowly lost its green color and became like ours. She began to learn English, and finally, she could tell her story. She said, "We come from a place where the sun never rises, a place called St. Martin's Land." She described a world where everything is green and the sky is always in a state of twilight. Twilight is our fourth secret, the magical time between day and night, when the light is dim and mysterious. She said they were following their father's cattle when they heard the sound of loud bells. They followed the sound into a cave, and when they walked out the other side, the bright sun of our world blinded them. Who were they? Today, there is a lot of speculation about this story. Speculation, our final secret, is the act of forming theories without firm evidence. Some people believe they were from a parallel dimension. Others believe they were descendants of people living in underground caves. Some scientists even think they had green sickness caused by arsenic poisoning. But how did they speak a language that didn't exist? And why were their clothes made of unknown fabric? The girl lived in Woolpit for many years and eventually married a man from a nearby town, but she never forgot the land of eternal twilight. Before we go, Let's review our 5 secrets. Harvest, the time to collect crops, bewildered, completely confused refuse. To say no. Twilight, the light before dark, speculation. Guessing the truth. What do you think? Were they visitors from another world? Listen closely to the wind. Maybe you can still hear the bells of St. Martin's Land. Thank you for learning English with secrets. If you want to improve your English with more mysteries, subscribe and hit the bell icon. See you in the next mystery.